Let's see if we are working. Oh man, I still got scone in my beard. Scone beard? What is this? Man, I had a big piece of scone in my beard. We'll just say that was a snack for later. That's what we'll say that was. Hello, YouTube! Behold, as I groom myself to remove scone from my beard. Because that's the kind of gross man I am. Oh, yeah. Ba 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 ba. Let's make sure we're not angry green screen. We'll just say that was a snack for later. Yep, we're not angry green screen. We are good to go. All right. So yesterday I streamed for me what was a very long time. And I learned that I have about as much energy for streaming as I have actually for playing. So I run out of juice pretty quick. So at like the 2.5 hour mark, I'm sort of damn near nonverbal. It's not for lack of desire. It's just that's about as long as my energy goes. Yay, being a mess. Jesus. Holy shit. Anyway, mental illness funsies aside, we're gonna paint some more orcs today because it's still Orktober. So hell yeah. So I was painting some last night. I decided I would also try changing up the camera, so maybe I could actually do some detail painting on stream. So we're trying a different camera, but excuse me, I am very phlegmy apparently from my Starbucks this morning. So I decided to treat yourself and get myself a Starbucks. So we still have these 10 guys that I batch painted the basic colors on yesterday. However, I went ahead and did a bunch of the detail work on this guy right here last night. It's pretty darn cool. I'm quite happy with that. There's a magnetized. So I got a bunch of the detail work on him done. And let me say, it was pretty crazy. Because all the little bits and bobs that hang off the like this thing, there's a lot of those and you don't realize it. So lots like little metal like casings like there and there and there, like all these weird little bits that you don't even realize are there. Look, see, I missed part of the wash. So we're gonna have to hit it with some washes. But yeah, I got all of his spike pubes painted, and he's pretty darn good. He needs some details now, which we're going to paint in. He's going to need some markings, and he's going to need the lines on his armor painted. So all my cruel boys, like this guy here, they all have the red armor, and then they have like blue tribal markings that go over it that I don't put any washes or anything over, so the blue markings are really shiny, so they kind of like catch the light when the rest of it's really grungy. So he's going to need those painted as well. So let's put in that wash and that little bit that I just realized I missed. Boop boop. And this is just Agrax Earthshade because it's the best wash ever. Just to get in that little bit that I realized I missed. Right there. There we go. Perfect. Alright, cool. Alright, hold on. I missed some down here in the claws, or the the spiky bits too. I realize I missed some of the tips. There we go. Alright, sweet. That's done. Now, let's paint in all of his markings. So, he's going to need the lines on his armor. The lines on his armor are cobalt metal from the Metal and Alchemy line. Shoop. Just going to put a little bit of that on my palette. And then we and get those painted in. So, start here in the helmet. Does that work, or is it just catching my hands and not focusing on trying to like do it so I can detail paint? I kind of think the camera should be more up and down. All right, we're playing with the camera. I apologize. Maybe more like this. Maybe. Oh yeah, that's not bad. Let's try that out, see how it works. So we're just gonna go through. We're just gonna do some tribal markings on him. Usually just like lines and stuff. I'm not doing any like swirls or anything fancy like that. Sometimes I'll paint in some bigger areas with this blue, but we pretty much just want to do lines and stuff, just like that stuff. So like it catches the light catches it. Don't really want to do anything too crazy with it. Just little bits here and there. Just like that. And over on this side. And the whole point of these is just to add some interesting visual flair to the person that's looking at it. Right? Having something that's a little bit different can be really interesting. Just give you some detail for your eye to go around. That's our whole point, right? So we're going to wind up with something like that. And then we are just going to keep it going. What I want to super avoid doing is it being too much, because this model has a lot of detail already. So I really just want a couple little marks here and there, nothing like super crazy. So yeah, just a little bit of visual interest. That's all we're trying to do with this. Don't want to color everything. I don't want to like completely paint the sections, but I do want to. I want to give a little bit of pop, a little bit of pizzazz. And it doesn't need to be on every red panel, but I'd like it to be on most. See, we're not always going to do the same stuff either, right? So that's just going to be like that little part there, and that's going to be the whole panel done. And then we're going to come down here. I'm just going to do that. I kind of liked the line motif that I did on the front, so we're going to do that same thing again. So, line, no line, line, and this guy here in the back. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to paint the bottom rim there, just like that. Then we'll do a line here, like that. Alright, and then we'll go ahead and we'll put one more right here just so we have something on this side on this big panel. We don't want it to just be red. We want some kind of visual something there. So we'll put a big stripe through that like we have here. There we go. Alright, and then he's got some visual interest there. Let me move this. I think it's focusing on this. I don't want to do that. I want to focus here first. Now he's got some visual interest in the armor, so it kind of is a little more complex to the eye, which is what we want. A little more interesting to look at. There are my two big beasties. Alright, now I really want to do some lines on this guy. Some like tiger striping. So what we're going to do is we're going to find a different brush. One that's kind of knackered. That's what we'll go. It's my pile of like kind of knackered brushes. Alright, then we're going to take this because we want to do it in black. This is Game Color Extra Opaque Dark Charcoal. This is the color I always paint as black. I never actually, like, unless I'm doing a base rim, I don't use pure black. I use this. It's a slightly lighter dark gray. The nice thing is if you put a wash over it, you'll see the recess of the wash. Like if you put Known Oil or something over this, you'll see it. Whereas if you do it with black, you're never going to see it. So, alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint in these very faintly. I'm going to paint in lines. It's going to be ugly as fuck. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to stipple along the line to create a skin pattern. Alright, so like, I've got a line here, like that. And then we're going to have some branches coming off of it. Like that. Like that. And it's probably going to look super ugly right now, but we'll go ahead and we'll do a stipple right away. Just so we can make sure this logic is working. So I think it should. So, just little lines like that. Then we'll go ahead and we'll take our knackered brush that we're going to use for stippling. See, it's all chewed up there. I'm going to go boop, boop, boop. Just like that. Ah! Just like that. And then we're going to boop along the line. Okay. And it should break it up and make it look like an interesting skin pattern as opposed to just a bunch of lines. There we go. That's a little messier than I wanted, so we're going to have to go back and clean that up a little bit with the brush. But that's the overall idea. So, I actually don't like this stippling brush, so we'll probably grab a different one. But that's the overall idea, is to get some markings going down the body. So, we'll go ahead and we'll do the same thing here. We want it to go down the leg. And you want to go down the start of the tail. Because I like the implication that this guy has this pattern going along his back like a crocodile, but that you can't see all of it because because all the crap he's carrying. Okay. Yeah, that one's a little messy for how I want this, but it'll do. It'll do. There we go. Alright, now let's get stippling. To be honest, that one's probably way messier than I want. So I think I'm actually going to keep using this detail brush for the stippling, which is probably not going to be good for it, but we'll see. It's going to give me more control at least. Yeah, that gave me a lot more control. My goal here is just to break it up so it's not like a solid line. And you'll see that in nature you don't often see solid lines. Lots of times they're made up of little colored dots. So they actually end up having these really kind of like imperfect edges lots of times. It's very rare to see full solid lines. That's what I'm just trying to do. Trying to break it up instead of having the solid line. Boop, 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 boo, boop, 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 boo. I'm not the best at this, but I think it's cool, so that's all that matters. And as we do, we learn. That's the most important thing about hobby. First thing is that you enjoy it. Second thing is that you're learning. You could do the same, paint the same fucking Space Marine every day, but if you're learning, it's important. You don't even need to be improving, really. Improving is like the desired outcome, but it's not the necessary outcome. Learning is the necessary outcome. You can't do anything without learning. It's not like a fucking fortune cookie, but it's true. This is not coming out as good as I thought it would, to be honest. We might be going back and breaking this up a little bit. It's just not coming out as good as I thought it would. All right. Yeah, not a fan of that. Okay. Well, it's cool. We'll put him off to the side, and we will think on that, and think about how to get a cool pattern out of the mistake I just made. Painting, learning, yay! Oh shit! We'll make it something cool. not work out as desired. Alright. So, the other thing that I did last night is I started to block in the colors for this guy. This is our Sloggoth Swamp Crawler or something. I started to block in the colors because I thought it'd be more fun to try detail painting on stream for him than to actually, like, watch me, like, try to block in more colors, because I feel like I did that a lot yesterday. So I wanted to try some detail painting on stream. So I figured we would give that a go and figure out what we wind up. So yeah, so let's hit it. Well, I think about that disaster I just caused on my beautiful model I painted last night. It's okay. We're a good team. We'll figure it out. We will figure it out. Go. Oh, man. Oh, man. I am not sure how I'm going to fix that, but I will think of something. But yeah, all my brushes are pretty knackered, so I've got more coming. They get here on Wednesday. I'm excited. Yeah, I just ordered some, or like just another generic pack. You know, when you get like $1 or $2 a brush, I'm not the best on my brushes, so I'm the best at like keeping them well and clean and not using them wrong and stuff like that. So I really don't like to buy expensive brushes. So $1 or $2 per brush. I think I got something like 10 for $15 or something like that. So I don't mind. But yeah, how is it to see? Is it better or is it worse? I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, definitely got some more brushes coming, which is good. Because yesterday, doing some of the base coats with that giant brush was not the best. It was actually a real pain in the tail. But I mean, the brush worked fine. It just, I don't know. I felt dumb for using like this massive painter brush to do my base coats. So, got some more coming, which is good. There we go. So when you build this guy, you can give him these big long nets like this, which is pretty cool. Or you can give him like these like little like fishing nets, which is also pretty cool. So I like that there's some like variation. I think if you don't have a good way to transport them, giving them the little fishing nets is probably the way to go, because then you don't have these big things like sticking out. If I had thought about it, I would have magnetized the grots onto the platform. But to be honest, I didn't think about it in time, unfortunately, which is a real shame because they would have been way easier to paint and actually really easy to magnetize to the platform. I really wish I would have thought of it. I actually tried removing them last night, but they're glued down too heavily, so that didn't happen. It's a loud plane noise. I mean, living in Hawaii, you're never more than a couple minutes from a base anywhere on island, but man, that was really loud. Yeah, I was debating going out to one of the local shops today, but I think I'm not going to. I'm going to save that for a day in the week. My husband being back in the mainland means I've got a bunch of free time, but I'm not like going out to shops to play yet, so I figure I'll break up my shopping trips for the couple weeks while he's gone. And honestly, it's actually a super rainy day in here in Hawaii today, which is really nice. It's super pretty, but I also kind of just want to stay in all day, not do anything. Feeling a bit lazy. Got the 3D printer running, which is nice. And yeah, just sort of chilling. There we go. So, a lot of these colors are just sort of uglily blocked in, just so when I have an idea of what I'm doing, and where I'm painting what, and, you know, just give me a working concept of the model for when I go back and start tidying them up like right now. So I have something to, some idea of what to work off of. You know. There we go. Alright. Let's see. So, weird little details painted in. Let's clean up the body color on the big underneath troll, and then we'll keep going. For that, I need Filthy Cape. Where did I put my Filthy Cape? There it is now. There it is. I've got too many paints out of my goddamn desk, man. Alright. There. I'm just going to try to clean up our troll guy with his custom head. I was base coating pretty quick last night at like midnight when I was working on this guy, so it's not perfect. That's all good. That's what the cleanup step is for. Not for making it perfect, but for cleaning up. When you make something, it's never perfect. Perfection is a lie, and it is the enemy of done. And it's also the enemy of satisfaction. If you strive for perfection, you'll never be happy. Man, I am in like fortune cookie mode today, Jesus. Must be because I used all my energy talking yesterday. I will admit I'm a little disappointed in myself and how quickly I ran out of energy yesterday while I was streaming. But it is very consistent with about how long I have energy to like actually play tabletop games without taking a break of some kind, like, you know, swapping games or swapping opponents. Or so I can't say I'm super surprised in how I ran out of energy, but I wish it would have lasted a little bit longer. But it's all good. That's what that's what learning's for, you know. We learn our limits and we learn what we're good at. You know, and Apparently my limit is like 2.5 hours of social interaction, and then I need to go hide. I went and hid for like half an hour, and then I played Minecraft with my nephew. I've been running a Minecraft server for him, where we right now we've been swapping between different mods, and so he can check out all the different worlds and stuff. So we've got one that's like an adventure map where you have to like find the little dungeons and you go and do the dungeons. It's pretty fun. It's okay. It's a cool concept, you know. It's a cool concept for a Minecraft map. The whole thing's set up to look like a big ant farm. It's kind of cool. No. It's kind of cool. Kind of cool. Alright. But yeah. I played Minecraft with him and then pretty much hid for the rest of the day. And did some painting. I had to run out to City Mill to get a new spray paint. So I'm trying to, so I can base coat all the 3D printed terrain for Adeptus Titanicus. So I can try that out and teach myself that like I did all the other games on the channel. That's pretty cool. So we'll get to check that out. I'm trying to figure out how I want to paint my Titans right now. I think I'm actually gonna split them and paint half them in one color scheme and half them in the other, so they can be like a teaching force, I guess. So I can be like, here's your guys, these are my guys, you know, and like teach people how to play the game. I think that's my idea with it. I don't know anyone that wants to try Adeptus Titanicus besides me, but one of our local game stores is doing a BattleTech event, BattleTech painting competition coming up. So I am assuming there's going to be a rash of people that are like getting into BattleTech soon. To be honest, I don't know if BattleTech's for me. I kind of think it's not. Like, I love my mech designs, right? And I love me some Gundam. I've built hundreds of Gundams. Have an award from the GBWC, Gundam Builders World Cup. I fucking love Gundam, but I love mechs, man. But I don't know, something about the BattleTech mechs just not super interesting to me. And it's funny because I like a lot of the blocky kind of guys, but yeah, I don't know. Something about it, just not for me. Ugh. But I'm still going to do the painting competition. Just because I like painting competitions. No other reason. I don't really intend to like build an army or anything like that. But it's going to be like $5 and you get a mech. And you paint the mech and you turn it in. And you can win some fabulous prizes. I think it's like I don't know what the reward is, but it would make sense if it was a BattleTech like starter set or something like that. That would make a lot of sense if that's what you want. They're not particularly big robots. They're pretty small. They're like the size of like a Terminator. Like the biggest ones are. So I think like it's really a couple ways. They seem let me back up in 4 words. They seem pretty easy to paint. I think if you really want to make them stand out, a couple ways to do it. So I think I'm probably going to be doing like a camouflage pattern on mine. Maybe like Russian sky camo, like blue and gray. I think might be pretty cool. Or something really crazy, like maybe like orange and white camo or something. Something so it just has some like some pop or pizzazz, because it's not a particularly, like, none of them are particularly complex models. So I just want something so that when you look at it, it's like some visual interest, you know, to it. So when you line it up with all the other mechs, it's like, oh damn, look at that one. That one's bright orange or something, you know. So yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. Boop, 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 boop. Tomorrow's work. Be super honest, I never really mind work, but I do dread going. Like, I love my job, but man, I'd much rather be spending a day home than at work. I think everybody's probably that way, unless something's screwed up at home. I would much rather be here than there. Even though there is pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. It could definitely be better though. I am yeah, I don't know. I am both simultaneously looking forward to going back to the mainland for a little bit. Let's see what that is. Hold on. Hello. Hey, what's up?
How are you doing today?
Pretty good, just streaming.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's 10 o'clock. It's when I always stream.
Yes, I know. Well, I'm driving home from work, so...
Oh.
Okay, I'll let you know since you're streaming. I'll try to log in as soon as I get home.
Okay, no worries.
I was just checking on you because it's your first day, you know.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm just streaming right now.
Wondering if you heard from Uncle Bob.
Yeah, I talked to him earlier.
He's doing all right?
Yeah, he's doing good.
Okay. All right, I'll go back to streaming and I'll try to log in as soon as I get home.
Okay, Chief.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
That was my mom calling to talk on the way home from work. She did not realize I was streaming. Ah. So yeah, I don't know what I was saying now. I totally lost my train of thought. But yeah, these Cruel Boys, they're a lot of fun to paint. They're like a dream, really. Like Scumdrack, he has a ton of fucking details on him, but man, he's still a fucking dream to paint. You really have to like settle in and be like, okay, it's time to paint all of the metal on your like huge wooden like facility thing. Gallows, I guess. Now, apparently a truck is backing up right outside my window. Nope, still backing up. It wasn't backed up far enough. And now it's pissed off the neighbor's dog by backing up. Oh my god, dude. How many times do you need to back up? So I technically have a package coming from Japan, but I don't think that's what that is. So that package is should be a long ways away. I ordered some 30-minute mission stuff from Japan as part of the Hobby Link Japan Halloween, or like not Halloween, but like end of year fall sale they do every year. However, the shipping was insane this year. Like fucking mental. So I was like, you know what? I'm not making any money from this sale if I get the normal shipping I normally do. So I ended up having to do the really long shipping. So I mean, it'll get here sometime, probably by the end of the year. I mean, it wasn't anything I was like chomping at the bit to get. It was all like just kind of like silly fun things that I was like, oh, that's on sale, that's cool, I'll pick that up. So I mean, I can wait for it, but damn, it's not expecting to have to pick the like super slow shipping. Oh, yeah. Anyway. Painting this guy's like weird rope harness. Looks like some BDSM stuff to me, but hey, if he's into it, man, it's all that matters. Right? Don't matter how weird it is, as long as you and the person you're doing it with are both cool with it. That's all that matters. Go. Alright, let's see. We got a little bit more of his like his creepy sex harness. Troll's like crawling around on the ground in bondage gear. Just rolls up into the battle and he's like, ooh, what's this? Alright, let's see. Yeah, there's so many like wood and leather details. When I started painting these guys, I didn't differentiate between the two, so I kind of feel like I can't now, which is fine. It just means I end up painting a lot of brown. And technically I could, but might actually be cool to hit beard cam It might actually be cool to hit the wood parts of this with like a green wash, like they're getting moldy. That might be pretty cool to do, to be honest. But then again, like, I probably actually should be painting all the metal like it's like rusty, since they live in a fucking swamp, but I don't know. I'm kind of over painting rusty metal at the moment. I don't know why. Just sort of not super into it. Just not digging the rust at the moment. Not sure. Alright. Let's keep focused on the details on the crawler. See, we need silver next. Pop. Go. But yeah, really like me some of these cruel boys. They're really cool. Starting next week, I will probably be building my vampire army. Just so I can sit downstairs with my pupper while I do it. 'Cause right now my poor doggo, he doesn't really like coming upstairs, so I can either bring him upstairs, let him be, and I think he's getting lonely, or I can go downstairs with him. I was really hoping New World would be better, because I was just planning on playing the hell out of that, but just not feeling it. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to take my vampires downstairs and build them downstairs with my pupper. So I might not be able to paint. It's a little bit darker downstairs. Might not be able to paint down there, but I can at least build guys. So I'll probably get my vampires and all assembled while I'm down there. Just hanging out with the doggo. I've got a lot. I've got so many projects right now, it's stupid. Lots of stuff I shouldn't have bought. I really shouldn't have, but I did. Because I'm a fucking mess. Not like shouldn't have because can't afford. I don't mean it like that. I mean more of just like I was not ready to start this project yet kind of thing. You know, and it's like now I have it in a box waiting for me. So like I have the Sisters of Battle box that I have to figure out something to do with. I have to paint the ladies on that. I enjoy painting the ladies, but I just really wasn't ready to paint more ladies yet. So now I gotta figure that out. Same thing with the Orc Combat Patrol. I picked up one of those as well. And I had just finished the Beast Snagga box. So it's like, oh man, I shouldn't have done that. Like, it's an awesome box, and I really want one, right? That's why I got it. But I shouldn't have got it right now. I should have waited while I finished up some other projects still. Because like there's some stuff that just like it comes out and it's going to take precedence, like these guys, because I like them so much that they're just instantly going to push any other project to the back. But yeah. But at the same time, you also have to chase where your passion is a little bit. Because if you just go, oh man, I have this project, I have to do it, you're gonna get stuck where it feels like work. That's not what you want to do. You don't want to wind up in a situation where your hobby is feeling like work because you have to do something, right? It's not good for anybody. It's definitely not good for your hobby productivity. So you want to chase your passion a little, right? And there might be a situation where in a couple of weeks I'm like, man, I need to paint some fucking orcs today. And Warhammer comes out in spits and spurts, so there might not be another orc release for a couple of years. You never know, you know. But ideally, you'll pick this stuff up when you have the passion for it. That is the ideal result. I say this sternly because I'm saying it to myself, but I also like to buy things because I'm an anxious mess and buying things calms me down, and it really shouldn't. Retail therapy like that is not good, but it's definitely one of the methods that really works for me. A lot of that is going to the store. Going to like hobby shops and stuff is a big part of that, because they are very stimulating kind of stores, right? They usually have music, and they usually have lots of things to look at, right? Gotta fix my chair, hold on. Fixing the chair, 1 sec. There it goes. But yeah, they're usually like super stimulating kind of stores, right? Just to like look at. So when you're feeling very anxious, one of the ways to like help with that is to actually give yourself a little bit of stimulation. Lots of times when you see people like rubbing their arms and stuff, lots of times that's a behavior referred to as stimming, and the intent is to do the same thing, even if it's subconscious. But medications like methylphenidate and other stimulants often prescribed for ADHD. It's how they work. They give you a little bit of stimulation, and it helps calm your brain down. Also, if you're looking at lots of stuff, it's very easy to get lost in it and not... Sorry, this is... I was a psychology student at one point in time, but as the stuff relates to me and my behaviors, it is a little weird to talk about, so it feels a little strange. So I apologize for that. But yeah, things that can be very visually stimulating or have lots of like little details and stuff to get lost in are really, really good for that. To take it, or like a really good way to take advantage of that. So going and walk around the hobby stores is usually something I do when I'm not feeling my best. But it's all good. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, right? I mean, I don't think any of the store is mine because I usually end up buying something. So we're good there. But yeah. I don't even know what I was talking about anymore. I was just talking about anxiety and going to hobby stores. But yeah, you probably shouldn't have shopping as a method out of anxiety, but I mean, I'm just being honest about who I am here and what I do. And that is unfortunately a thing that I do. So, but I also make it a point to try finish everything I get. I'm looking at my poor Thousand Suns. They're the only thing I have that I've never like really finished, and that's because when I started painting them for Kill Team 2 years ago, when I started getting into this hobby, I got super intimidated by them and could not figure out how to enjoy painting them. And I just kind of got like defeated by them, and it's a real pain. It's especially a pain given that like the same thing happened to me with the Tyranids, and then I eventually came up with a color scheme that I absolutely loved. So like I love these Tyranids now, but I am so in love with them now. Yeah. However, I have a bunch that I kind of like fucked up, and I need to finish stripping them, and it's a bit of a challenge to get that started, you know, because it's a bunch of work before any of the reward, and it's just like, I could strip them, or I could paint this guy with a giant dick gun, and it's like, giant dick gun's really cool. You know, maybe I'll strip them later, right? Now they're in a bag downstairs. My husband has this, this man, I swear to God, is like a fucking otter, like 100%. Like he will just, if you have a thing, he will just put stuff in it. Like if you have like a bag or a box, he will just fill it up with shit. Usually mail. Usually the mail he'll put in it. So I have my bag downstairs with my Tyranids. And he started putting mail in it. So like I have to go and pull all the mail out of this bag to get to my half stripped Tyranids, and I'm just like, what is life, man? Oh. Anyway, yeah. It's just silly. Alright, so let's finish painting the troll guy. So let's focus on him, I guess, and then we'll focus on the platform after that. So he needs some red for his helmet. Well, I try to figure out how to fix my big dinosaur guy I ruined earlier in the stream. But it's okay. I'll figure out a way. Thinking I can stipple on thin down skin paint, or the color that I use for the skin. Thinking I can do that. but we'll see. We'll see. But yeah. Fuck, I miss my husband. He's back in Maryland for work, and dude, it's driving me bonkers. Like, just, I don't know. Some days I'm just like, man, I don't know what I would do without him. Like, it's weird. Like, just his existence adds, like, value to a lot of stuff. And it doesn't really, but, like, it gives me a person to share it with, right? And that makes stuff way more interesting. So, like, if I paint this model, he's not really going to care, right? But I have someone that I can be like, look at this model, right? Or I got, like, a cool item to drop in a game, right? I'm like, look at this. And I have some reason to share that, right, with somebody. And it just, it adds so much to life, man. So when he's not here, it kind of sucks. He's had to go away for work before, but this time is particularly long. But we're not there yet. We're only on day one, pretty much. We're on day one, and I'm already a mess. Go me! I spent this whole stream talking about mental illness and buying shit that I don't need, and fuck, man. I'm good at some things, I swear. I'm a really good developer. I'm good at teaching people how to develop. Alright, I actually am like a professional, I swear. Fuck. Anyway. Alright. Shake. This is the highlight color for the metal. It is Peridot Alchemy. Yeah, Peridot Alchemy. It's like a bronzy gold, kind of greeny color. I really like it as a metal color. That's the one I'm using for, like, the pieces that need to stand out. So, like, the spikes and the reinforcements and stuff like that. So, sort of where I'm using it. Apologize, you probably can't see for shit. There we go. Still trying to get the hang of painting details on stream. I feel like lots of times I either unbox things or I do base coats on stream, and that's it. And I'd like to get more into detail painting because while my methods may not look very good, I'm actually a pretty good painter. Honestly, I don't know. I enjoy painting a lot, and it's really fun. I need to get more space for my models, though. I love my craft room, but it's a mess. Need to get it together so I have more shelf space. So I've got this whole Tyranid army now that's getting painted, and I'm gonna have vampires. These guys right now, they live entirely in the travel case my husband got me, which is wonderful. I love that fucking case so much. It's called an army box, and it's like the coolest fucking thing that exists. It's just this big like magnetic case, pretty much. Like it's not really anything fancy to it. Just is pretty much just a huge magnetic case, and it's really nice. It's got these little shelves that slide out and stuff, and I can pretty much fit about 2,000 points of models in it, which works out really well, because then I can bring like 4 combat patrol forces about if I'm playing with friends, and teaching people to play 40k or something, or I can bring like an entire knight army if I wanted. So it's really nice. There's a lot of good variation there. So yeah, just focusing on the little guy. Hello! Just focusing on the crawler guy, and then as I have extra, we're moving that color on up. A Stone Golem. Stone Golem does nice. I love this color. It's phenomenal. It does really nice, like, claw and teeth when you don't want them to be like really yellow. So if you want like more kind of like white skeletons, that's super good for that. Especially if you hit it with some Agrax Shade, you get a little bit of staining on it. Really, really golden. But yeah, just gotta get his toesies painted. Paint his toesies and all the other weird little claws coming out of his body. Go. If anyone could hear that, that was a lizard, by the way, making that noise. Hear it? Welcome to Hawaii. We have little lizards everywhere out here, and they make this little clicking noise that you can hear there. If you can hear it on camera, it's very faint. But if you're sitting in the room, it's pretty fucking loud. And it's just like that. Yeah, I don't know why they make it. Maybe it's some kind of like mating noise or something, but you just hear it every now and then. It'll just be really, really loud. A lot of the little lizards are cool, though, man. I tell you, it's cool. They're everywhere. It's neat to have little animals and creatures and stuff around. I do miss stuff like squirrels and chipmunks and all being out on island, because you just don't have them, like bunny rabbits and like raccoons and all this kind of like small mammal creatures. You just don't have them on island. Like we have pigs, and that's it. Like we also have mongoose. Yeah, because mongoose are cool, man. You're just like driving around, and then like, you know, you see like something like dart across the grass, and it looks like a giant fucking ferret with a big fluffy tail, and you're just like, man, that's cool as hell. Yeah, they're really cool. 10 out of 10. I wish everywhere had mongoose. I do miss some of the little mammals though. But we got a lot of really fancy birds, and there's chickens everywhere, which is really cool. Unless you're my friend's wife, who's afraid of chickens for some reason. So she had a bad time. But you know, besides that, chickens are pretty cool. Yeah, we have so many kinds of birds out here. It's crazy. All kinds too, like little like bright colored Tweety birds and big like birds that look like they should be like walking through a marsh. These big like long legs and shit. I don't know anything about any of them, to be honest, but they're cool. All right, there we go. Get some more of those painted. Let's see. I gotta touch up the greens, and then I have to do his rock. So let's do the rock. I wanna rock. Want to rock. So, yeah. Also, I figured out what color I'm going to paint my big bird. Speaking of birds. So he's getting painted orange with black wings. You're probably like, that's not a cool color for a vulture. And yes, it is. Look up the African bearded vulture. It is the coolest bird I have ever seen. Like, legitimately, it is awesome. I was looking at him last night at like 1 a.m. And man, it's like the coolest fucking thing. It has these like black and white wings, and it has bright red eyes. Like literally, like the sclera of its eyes is red. Like it looks fake. Like it looks like somebody made it up. And they're like, someone was like, "Man, today you have to design an evil bird." All right, that's what it looks like, and they're like, "Okay, I can do that." And it has like reddish. So it has like reddish orange feathers that can also be like a white turned into like a white to like kind of yellow color. So what I'm probably going to end up doing is I'm probably going to be doing like a warm off-white for the bird, and then I will probably hit it with a couple different orange washes, and then, or no, I'll probably hit it with a red wash and then an orange highlight. And I think it should do something similar to how these birds actually look. So, but if you look them up, it is the African bearded vulture. It is the coolest fucking bird I have ever seen in my life. It is so fucking cool. So, like if you look at the bird here, like all of this will get the orange here. The inside of the wings will get that. Right, and the face is gray with these like red, with like red eyes, and then these like black marks that run down. And then the feet are black, and the back side here, the feathers, that's going to be black, and the back side here too. So it's going to be painted white, and then it's going to get dry brush black. It's going to be white and then dry brush black. So the real interesting thing is I think this vulture has some like open skin. The one doesn't. So like here on the neck, and then like here on the legs and all, that's all open skin. So I have to think about what color I'm going to paint that. The Vulture says that like, or looking at vultures, it probably should be like a pinky color, but I have to think about it more, as I might actually want to do it as a different black from the wings. So, because I think this style of vulture has black feet. So if it has black feet, the rest of its like uncovered skin should be black. So we'll see. We'll see. But I have a good start to it, at least, or a good idea for it, which is pretty sweet. Ba 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 da. So yeah. So yeah, I was actually gonna do an unboxing for all the Skelebones today. Be like a spooky, scary unboxing. But I figured I would kind of want to do a little more orc painting. I did not get as far as I wanted yesterday. I was kind of hoping to get all these guys done this weekend, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen now. Just because they are more complex than I expected, to be honest. It's not a bad thing, it just means I'm probably not going to get as far as I wanted. Pinning up under his skirt. But yeah, I also have to figure out how to fix the guy I ruined earlier, so that's a thing. Think I know how to do it, but we'll see. I think I can mix up a thin version of the paint I used for the base coat and apply that with stippling and get it to look cool, but I'm not sure. And it's going to take a bunch of work, so I'm probably not going to do that on stream today. So yeah, because painting in the, just wanted him to have some like cool lines, but man, it was not in the cards today. Yeah, I wanted him to have like cool alligator stripes, but no luck. It's funny because I've done alligator stripes before. I did them on my Zote, and I did them the same way as I did on this guy, but they look so much better on the Zote. I'm just not sure why. I don't know, I just screwed something up really bad when I did them on this guy. Not on the guy I have in my hand, the guy I was painting earlier in stream. But ba 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 ba. Hello. Hello. Ugh. So yeah, he's coming along. He's coming along pretty good. We'll probably work on him for like another 15 minutes, and then I'm probably going to call it after that. But, so just to show off the guy that I ruined by trying to do striping. Da-da-da-da! No, it looks so fucking bad. It hurts my soul. So, I need to figure out a way to get rid of all that striping so that he looks really, really good again. I also have to pinken up his tongue. His tongue is not pink enough. So yeah. So that's the thing. So that's what I gotta do on him after this is over. Probably gonna take a break after this though and eat a Hot Pocket. Brian headed back to the mainland and I've been like super on them Hot Pockets. It's funny, like, weirdly, Hot Pockets don't cause me any gastrointestinal distress. Like, my guts are all kinds of messed up, so. Man, this is like the just listen to me whine about everything that's wrong with me stream. I apologize. But usually Hot Pockets usually pizza and stuff makes me sick. But Hot Pockets don't. My husband says my guts are confusing, and I agree, but like the shorthand version of it is, can you feed it to your dog without your dog getting sick? And that's basically my gastrointestinal tract. Right. Got a lot of little details to do on the riders still. They're gonna take a while and a couple layers of painting, but we will get there. Oh, this guy's got a Grot Speedo. Gotta paint the Grot Speedo, man. Can't not Speedo your Grots. I think it's funny that a lot of orcs wear underwear and stuff. Because they don't have genitals, so it's kind of silly. Yeah, orcs actually don't have junk, which is kind of cool. They're like, comically enough, they are like the like non-binary representation in Warhammer. That's what orcs are. It's really funny. Because like you think of them as like these horrible warring things, but they don't really have like gender. They just have orc. That's all there is. And I think it's funny. Alright, let's so he's coming along. He needs a little bit more love for the riders, but he's coming along pretty good. Oh, focus. Focus. Thank you. But yeah, he's coming along pretty good. Pretty good. So he needs a little bit more love for the rider, for the riders, and then he needs some love more in this pole here. And then he's pretty much done after that, to be honest. The riders are probably really hard for you to see when I'm painting them. So I'm probably going to call him there. And I'll probably finish him up off camera. This guy's my next big thing. So, a couple things that are worth pointing out on this guy. The big chest plate here, I'm going to be painting that red. So it's going to limit the amount of like the orangey red feathers I have, unless I do the inside of the wings in the orangey red. So I think that means I'm going to have to do the inside of the wings in the orangey red. We've got some bunch of exposed skin here, bunch of exposed skin down here, like on the tail. Figure out what color I want to do that. I might do it a dark gray and then to make the feet like blend the dark gray into black for the feet, just to give some visual interest there. I think that's what I might do. Because if I make it a pinky color, I think he's going to look too much like a plucked chicken, to be honest. Yeah, I think he'll look too much like a plucked chicken if I do it in a pinky color. Thankfully, this whole throne and stuff, it's actually not sitting on top of feathers. It's actually sitting on top of cloth. So he has this whole cloth drape on the back, which is going to make painting the feathers much easier. Because I don't have to worry about anything from painting like the body and stuff fucking the feather painting up, because it's all just going to be on this drape, and if I fuck the drape up, who cares? I can repaint that easily. But yeah, he's going to be my next big model to work on, and he's a cool model. He's really cool. Just really, really awesome. So he's going to be the next one I work on. However, today, I'm probably not going to start him today. I'm going to finish this guy up later, and then I'm going to fix my crocodile here that I fucked up. So that's my next goal right there. And if I get both of those done, I'm going to knock out a musician and a banner guy, at least one, for my Cruel Bites as I stand. But yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to call it there. If you enjoyed watching, rock on. Yeah, and hopefully this was fun. I had to show off some cool models. I had to show off some... Come on, you can do it, There we go. I'm going to show off some cool models. And I will finish these guys up, because it's pretty much just the riders left on him, and then parts of this pole here. And that's it, pretty much. And then I've got to fix this guy's stripes, as we messed the stripes up on stream today. But besides that, he's looking pretty good. Besides that, I'm liking him a lot. So, but yeah, hopefully that was fun and interesting. And if it was, I will catch you next time. I'll be probably streaming on and off all week since my husband is not here. And yeah, maybe we'll paint some, I don't know. Maybe we'll paint some Ademptus Titanicus stuff or something next time. We'll see. Or maybe we'll finish these orcs up, or... I don't know, man. We'll do something, though. But thank you for watching. Hopefully this was fun. And keep on keeping on.